Most of us are conditioned to believe that changing our lives requires a massive, dramatic leap. We look for the overnight breakthrough or heroic transformation. But aiming for those giant leaps almost guarantees exhaustion. Human progress is rarely a straight, steep line, and when we don't see immediate results, frustration sets in. Take a look at this chart mapping time against results. Notice how the trend line stays completely flat along the bottom for a long stretch before it finally curves upward. This flat zone is called the plateau of latent potential. It's the period where your early efforts are virtually invisible, causing most people to quit right before the real growth happens. Surviving this plateau means letting go of your obsession with a final goal and building a daily system. Consider the math. If you improve 1% every day, those tiny gains compound. In a single year, performance grows 37 times over. Goals are useful for setting a direction, but your systems dictate the mathematical reality of your daily life. To build a framework that actually generates that compounding math, we have to zoom down to the atomic level. Every single action you take is governed by a simple 4-step sequence. This diagram outlines the habit loop. Every behavior fires in this chronological order: cue, craving, response, and reward. Your phone buzzes, the cue. It triggers a craving of curiosity. You check the screen, the response. Finally, the reward, a hit of satisfaction. If you want to reprogram your own behavior, you can apply the 4 laws of behavior change directly to this loop to hack the process. Law 1 targets the cue. Make it obvious. Instead of relying on memory, design your physical environment to trigger the behavior. Leave your running shoes right by the door, or tie a new habit directly to an old one, like doing push-ups immediately after you pour your morning coffee. Law 2 targets the craving. Make it attractive. You manufacture desire by pairing a difficult habit with something you inherently enjoy, like only listening to your favorite podcast while you exercise. Nailing those first 2 steps guarantees that a behavior is initiated, but it doesn't ensure you will actually follow through and complete it. To lock in the response step, we apply Law 3, make it easy. The ultimate enemy of action is friction, so your job is to remove as many physical and mental obstacles between you and the task. You can bypass willpower completely by using the 2-minute rule. Scale any new habit down so it takes under 2 minutes to do. Don't commit to reading a whole chapter. Commit to reading 1 page. Establish the rhythm before you worry about the results. Finally, Law 4 closes the loop. Make it satisfying. Keep your challenges optimally balanced using the Goldilocks rule. Not too easy, not too hard. And by tracking your progress visually, you secure the reward step. If you slip up, apply 1 strict rule: never miss twice. Now, what about destroying bad habits? You don't need to invent a completely new framework. You just run the exact laws in reverse. To kill a destructive loop, systematically dismantle it. Make the cue invisible. Make the craving unattractive. Make the response difficult. And make the reward completely unsatisfying. When you physically code these laws and their inversions into your daily environment, you remove human willpower from the equation. The system simply runs itself. Those are the mechanics of starting a habit, but sustaining it permanently requires a deeper psychological shift. There is a massive gap between saying, "I want to run," which is focused on an outcome, and saying, "I am a runner," which is rooted in who you are. A new behavior will only stick permanently when it stops being a chore you have to complete and becomes perfectly aligned with your core identity. That kind of identity isn't forged in a weekend boot camp or a sudden burst of motivation. It is carved out by the relentless, tiny accumulation of 1% decisions over time. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Start small and stay consistent. The results you seek are the logical outcome of the system you choose to build.